Well, hello, fellow diamond painters. I am not in a good mood right at this moment. It is 11:52 p.m. In a few minutes, it'll be midnight, which will bring me into November 3rd. I am ticked. Not because of this, but as you can see, you can't see the word boo. I don't know what that is. I'm going to have to peel some of them out and put some black in or something, or just leave it the way it is. But I finished October. At least the word October is there. And the rest of the cup, mug, whatever, looks pretty good, like the pumpkin. Then I already did a kit up for this one, and I know the word thankful is not going to show up right, and I just don't care anymore. Excuse me. But I thought I'd at least do a quick little video needing to vent. And I know that's stupid. You know, it's a diamond painting and I need to vent. Like I had told you guys today, I had to deal with the issue of them billing me for a mobile phone that was deactivated. Well, after I finally resolved it, they said they were going to refund that $14 back to me. And so I finished diamond painting this, not paying attention. And I always, before I go to bed, I open up my laptop and read emails and check for any videos and comments and yada, yada, yada. I get an email that states from the cable company that, I wasn't getting a refund. They were going to credit my account on my next billing cycle. I need that $14 back in my account because, as I stated, I don't mean to plead poor. I budget my money to the penny every month because, unlike them, nothing changes in my amount of money. Everything changes in their amount that they want to charge. So I tried talking to them on a live chat on the computer. Well, that got me nowhere at all because there was nothing they could do for me. That it's the way things were, blah, blah, blah. The phone is still active. I said, how can the phone be active when I told them to deactivate it last month prior to the new billing cycle? And I mean, they charged me. They're telling me that my billing cycle runs from the 12th to the 13th. The 12th of one month to the 13th of the next month. Makes no sense to me because they always take the money out on the 3rd. The 3rd of every month. So, I get this guy on the phone. Finally, I said, that's it. I'm calling them. Thank God they have a 24-hour, service. Still idiots. And so I got on him and I told him, I want that money refunded. That's what I was told. I said, this will put me in overdraft if I don't get that money back. I've budgeted my money because if I want to buy another diamond painting, I can still do it. But I budget my money to the penny. So he said, well, I can't do anything because the phone is still active. I said, it's not active. I deactivated it last month prior to the next billing cycle, according to you guys. And I told him, I said, if I go in overdraft, you're going to be charged to pay for that overdraft because I deactivated that phone. It's got to be recorded somewhere with you guys when I called last month, because it always says this call may be recorded, for business purposes or whatever they say. Well, fine. So he, after I argued with him for a little bit, he said, okay, I'm going to refund it back to your bank. And he said, but if you want to deactivate the phone, I'll have to give you to what they call the retention center. I don't know what that means. So I waited on the phone, and they gave me this very nice lady. Very nice. And she is the manager of accounts. She's account manager. She handles all of that stuff. And she says, well, I can't punch in to deactivate it or change it, she said, because it is set to deactivate on the 12th. She said, but I already see a notation here where the money has already been set to refund to your checking account. I said, yeah, he said he was going to do that. She goes, well, that he did. It's in there. It'll probably take 1 to 3 business days and the money will be back. I said, fine. And I started talking to her. She was really nice, and it was nice to have an adult conversation with somebody because she sounded like she knew what she was talking about. And I told her, I said, I wish there was a way that I could lower my entire bill for my cable, my phone, and internet, because I get my home phone through them. And she said, well, I'm sure there is. And I said, well, no, they told me that if I cancel one of those things, my bill will jump up because I will have to pay a higher, a higher amount for the internet, because they give you that availability credit, whatever it is. If you're a senior citizen, you get a lower amount for your internet. And I have what they call a TV choice. And she said, well, you're not even benefiting from that because you don't even have the 15 channels. And I said, well, I don't watch it. I have my Roku, so, and my daughter has the Netflix, and I have Peacock and AMC Plus, because I do like some of the shows on AMC Plus. So I said, I don't really watch that TV choice. I don't watch it. And I said, so there's 10 channels on there that I had to pick that I don't even watch anyway. So she said, well, let me see what I can do. And I said, well, I know you can't lower it. I said, because she says, I'm an account manager. She said, I can do anything I want to do, is what she kept saying. So I was paying $135 a month. That's for the 3 things. Well, to other people, maybe that doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot to me. And she says, well, she said, your next bill is only going to be $103. And I said, well, what did you remove? And she said, nothing. And I said, you didn't take the TV choice off, or you didn't take... She said, no. She said, and I said, well, how can you do that? She said, because I'm the account manager. I can do anything. And I said, well, how long is that good for? 1 month or whatever? And she said, oh, no, for a year. So I've got her name, and I'm going to tell you, if I have to deal with this again, I'm going to talk to her. I mean, we had a nice little conversation, just, how I was doing and everything. And, I told her about my family. I mean, we just talk. It's nice to have someone outside the home, that you can talk to at times. And here I am, basically talking to myself. To you guys, you'll hear it, but I'm talking to myself. But it's like, I did a kit up for this, so that I could get started on it. And I've spent an hour arguing with people through the cable company. I have dealt with Time Warner, which that's who they were originally, since 1972. I have had cable that many years, and I have had nothing but issues with them. In the 90s, when they started, they were still Time Warner, and in the 90s, they started saying, okay, now we can give you the internet, hook up to your computer, blah, 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 give you the internet. They messed up my computer so bad that they had to pay when they took my computer. And I didn't have an expensive computer back then. You know what they were like. You had Windows 95, or you started 3.1 and then 95, I think it was. Anyway, they said, oh yeah, you don't have to have Windows 98. We can put it on Windows 95 and blah, 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 blah. They messed it up so bad that they had to pay to take that computer in and have it repaired and reprogrammed. That's how bad they were. But they had to foot the bill. And they gave us somewhat of an internet. I moved out of that area and moved into this area. So for the last 18 years, I have had, now it is Spectrum, which is, give it a different name, it's still the same thing. It's still crap. I've had to deal with them every 6 months in the last 18 years to get high-speed internet that I was paying for, and to get cable that worked and didn't go fuzzy and didn't go. And they kept saying, oh, we're going to put fiber optics. They never have. They've never put any new things out here. They have ran things on what they call the trunk lines to check stuff and saying, okay, it's not your issue, it is a Time Warner issue, because at that time they were still Time Warner. I said, well, then you're still making me pay for a service that I'm not getting. And they would give me credits and credits and credits, but nothing ever improved. And as I see it, still nothing has improved. They charge you a fortune and give you crap. And as a consumer, if you've got nowhere else to go, no other outlet, you kind of swallow the crap. So, it's, you wouldn't put up with this from a doctor, or, and a lawyer, and if they don't do their job, you walk away from it, you find a different one. I can't find a different provider. There are none. I tried with DirecTV and Dish, with the whole bit. Can't get it, don't have a clear direct line of sight where I sit. So I can't have that. There is no other cable company. It's a monopoly right here where I sit. Well, it's a monopoly right around here. That's it. And I thought you weren't allowed to have a monopoly, but I guess you can if you pay enough. But, here I am babbling. See? It's, like I said, now it's midnight. Oy. But I have got one hell of a headache after arguing with them for an hour and trying to get them to understand what $14 means to someone who is on, who is retired, who has no other money, has no other income and source. And, I paid all my bills. I paid my rent. I paid everything. And I do have a little bit to get a diamond painting. I budgeted it in. And I have one coming. It should be here by the 13th. I have been waiting for this one to come back in stock for at least 6 or 8 months. And I can't wait till I get it. I cannot wait until I get it. My daughter eyed it first and said, oh, don't you like this? And yes, I do. And I put it in my wish list and said, okay, when I can afford it, I'll get it. And it went out of stock. And it's been out of stock ever since. And it just came back in today. So, dummy me, I bought it. I had the money there through Amazon. I had the money, so it's not money basically out of my pocket. It was money there for if I wanted to get any kind of diamond painting. And it was a want, not a need. And I know I shouldn't have got it, but I did. So when it comes in, I'll unbox it, show it to y'all. So, well, that's 15 minutes of real babble. Oh my gosh, I am sorry, I apologize, but if you want the real me, you just got it. I am pissed. Still. And I am wired because my Italian heritage just peaked. I was angry, and I just, if I could have. I know a few cuss words in Italian, but I didn't say any. But boy, was I tempted. If hand signals could have been seen through the phone, they'd have got a few of those. But anyway, sorry. Didn't mean to babble on. Tomorrow will be a better day. I'm probably going to be up most of the night because I'm too, like Raymond always says, and everybody loves Raymond, I'm all clinchy, so I'm probably going to be up for a little while. So y'all have a good day, because it'll be day by the time you see this. And Lazy Retired Granny, I got November to do here, and I'll probably get started on it tonight a little bit till I get really tired, and then I'll finish December tomorrow. And let me know when you're ready to kid up, and I'll do the same. So have a good one, y'all. Hugs. Sorry. DP Crazy Lady, and it is Crazy Lady. I'm out.